What's up, guys? O'Connor Muscle Systems coming at you with another video on training. Now we're training push and pull today, specifically chest and back, okay? Now this is my volume day, so I'm going to treat it as such. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to start with our chest movement first, and we're going to get into a chest press with dumbbells, all right? That is going to be specifically 4 sets, which is going to be 2 warm-up sets, still doing sets of about 10 to 12 reps, okay? And then our last 2 sets is going to be our working sets. Now, because the gym I'm at right now doesn't have the biggest dumbbells, we're going to go ahead and go with about 85% of what my 1 rep max would be, and we're going to try and get up to about sets of 15, okay? Now, if this was an optimal situation, I would be doing somewhere between 12 and 15 reps, okay, for my volume days. All right. Then we're going to be moving on to flies, and we're going to use the machine for flies. And we're going to go ahead and use the machine where we're actually back supported against it. But just like in one of my previous videos, we're going to actually come off of that bench and we're going to squeeze away from it. We'll get more into specifics as the video goes on. For that one is going to also be 3 sets, but we're going to focus on 15 to 20 reps. We're going to work our way up to the heaviest set, and the last set will be failure. Now with that one, if we end up doing the stack and we can't go any heavier, we might do just as many reps as we can. If that ends up being 20 or 25, that's what it is. All right? So then that's our 2 chest movements. Now we're going to move on to back, and we're going to actually go back and forth between these two from a push to a pull. That way we're stressing the front of the body, then the back of the body. It keeps you a little bit more balanced. I really like that. Keeps the shoulders a little healthier. So in between those movements, we're going to do a neutral grip lat pull down. Now I really like the neutral grip lat pull down for this day because unlike chest, we're actually going to go heavy for back. So that's the strongest position that you're going to be in. So we're going to go ahead and pull in the neutral grip position, and we're going to go 3 sets of 8 to 10. So at that point, we're actually going to get all of our 3 sets at our heavy weight. So we'll be right in between the 80 to 90% range on all of those reps. All right? So we're actually going to go into machine row, overhand grip, or pronated for you anatomical guys. And then we're going to get into 3 sets of that for 12 reps max. Okay, since we're going a little heavier, we might max out on getting to 12 reps. That's a movement that I really like a good squeeze with. If we're feeling the back really, really well and we can go heavy, we're going to stick with that 8 to 10 range. After we do the pull downs, the fatigue level might be up there, so I want to make sure all the reps are fantastic so I get a great squeeze and I can activate my back. All right? After we get those 3 sets done, we're going to move on to pullovers with the cable. In this particular workout, we're going to do it on an angled bench, and we're going to just do 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Both sets are going to be relatively close to failure. All right? The reason why it's going to be close to failure is because it's a very isolating movement to the lats, and we're going to focus really hard on getting a squeeze and not wasting any energy because we're already warmed up. All right? Now let's get to the workout part. All right, let's go. So we're into the first workout now, okay? We're going to be doing dumbbell flat presses, okay? So this is your main movement, so you want to make sure you put as much effort into this movement as you possibly can, all right? Now it takes a little bit to get warmed up. That's why you're doing 4 sets, all right? So the first 2 sets are going to be build-up sets, all right? We want to be doing somewhere between 12 and 15 reps, very controlled. Now what you want to focus on in this one, first off, when you actually get the weights, you want to have them on your legs. We're going to do the simplest of things when it comes to this position. We're going to kick them up and fall back. When you kick them up and fall back, you're going to drive it straight up as soon as you get down to the bench, and then you're going to set your shoulders. Once you set your shoulders, you want to flex your chest and get it active, and then we're going to come down with a 1, 2, 3 count, and then flex and squeeze. Now, in this particular one, watch as my elbows go wide on the way down, and then I'll actually rotate them and squeeze them on the way up. I specifically do that for shoulder health. I've played football for years, did MMA, my shoulders are messed up. So what I do is I like to rotate and squeeze. That drives my shoulders, or you would say screws the shoulder into the side of the body and allows for the squeeze to happen in the chest without the shoulder damage. All right, every one of my sets are going to look like that, even if I go heavier. All right, they're all going to look like that, the 1, 2, 3 squeeze. That allows for maximum muscle recruitment and the best possible breakdown for the muscle. We're going to move on to the lat pull downs after that. We're going to go the neutral grip. Now, when we move on to that, you're still going to have to activate the lats a little bit more. So you want to start off a little bit lighter with the first beginning reps and sets. You're thinking driving the elbows straight down. Okay, so watch as I do this where when I pull down, I'm driving the elbows straight down to try and flex the lower lats. All right. Now, the most important part of this movement, though, is the shoulder position. You need to have the shoulders depressed, okay? That means push down into the rib cage. You want to literally feel like you're putting it into your back pockets is where your shoulders are going, okay? Once you feel that flex, then you could start pulling down from there first. You do not want to feel your arms first. If your grip and your biceps give way, you're not doing it right. So activate them first, do as light as you need to do that, then move on to going heavier. Once you get all of the stress happening in the lats, you can move a little heavier, a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, as long as it's inside of what your rep range is. And you'll notice on this last set, I finished with pretty much a failure set. I'm going till I cannot go anymore, but I'm maximizing my squeeze and I'm not throwing the weight around. All right, that's the only way to grow the back. All right, guys, so now we're going to move on to the flies. Now really focus. When I'm doing the fly, I'm actually off of the bench a little bit. Being off of the bench is going to allow my shoulder blades, scapula to go ahead and retract, and that just helps from causing any impingement in the shoulder. It also helps open the pec up so you stretch it out better, and then we're going to squeeze all the way back. Now when we squeeze, we're literally trying to feel the pec move the weight. Our arms are just extensions of our pecs. We're not trying to pull with our arms at all. We're trying to pull with the pec. So you want to squeeze to the middle. You want to pause for a count where you just feel the pecs. And then you want to come back down where you're actually fighting it with the pecs. All right? I come from a family that has no chest, bird-chested. All right? So I have to really maximize every ounce of every rep to get some chest development, and I know there's a lot of you out there that have that same problem, so you really have to focus on the chest being squeezed as hard as possible for every single rep. All right, now we're gonna move on to rows, okay? We're gonna do pronated, which is an overhand grip. The reason we're doing that is because we wanna counteract the neutral grip pull down with the lower lat to a level row to where it's mid-back. We're gonna get more mid-back pull. So middle of the traps, rhomboids, some rear delts, a little bit of high lat, okay? With this one, you wanna focus on an upright chest position. I'm gonna do chest supported, so my chest is gonna be against the bench. What you wanna do is keep the abs tight, but your chest up. So it's like your abs and your back are kind of fighting against that position. That keeps everything really stable. When we squeeze down the middle, that allows your shoulder blades to work around your rib cage and move naturally. That's what we're looking for out of this one. So for every rep of every set, like I said before, we need to get a squeeze. The back will not grow if you're just throwing weight around, unless you're a genetic freak, okay? So we really want to focus on the squeeze of the back. Now with this one, depress the shoulders again and retract them, so pull them backwards. And then squeeze every one. Don't let the shoulder move forward in this movement, because the more you stretch the shoulder forward, the less activation you're going to get. You get a good stretch, but you also pull on the rotator cuff muscles. And the more you do that, the more inflammation you're going to get and your shoulders will start hurting. So only do that if you're an advanced lifter and you really, really know your body. Okay? Moving on to the last movement, guys. Last movement, we got to maximize everything we can out of this. It's going to be the pull over movement on the incline bench. With this one, it's a tough one, okay? The setup is really, really paramount. We got to set up the bench at about 45 degrees, maybe just a little bit higher. We're going to go up with our chest, sitting high on the bench. You still need a slight arc in the back, okay? You're facing the bench, and notice as I do this movement that my hands are overhanded, so pronated, and then I'm rotating my elbows. The rotation of the elbows down to where they're squeezing together is going to help activate the lats. Depressing the shoulders again, you're going to hear me say that a ton because it's all about posture. And then we're going to pull over in a stiff position with the arms and really moving at the lats, guys. So watching this video as my lats really contract all the way through the movement from the start to the finish. I'm not letting the weight or the cable just throw my arms up, and I'm not yanking down and letting the shoulders rotate over. You really got to focus on the shoulders being depressed and then squeezing with the lats. We're going to do that for the 2 sets, maximizing every rep and getting the best possible development from that movement. All right, I hope you guys really liked this specific style of a video. Go and use this movement or these movements on a regular basis. Try these workouts yourself and work your way up to doing them with great technique and great form. All right, guys, so thanks for watching this video. If you like the style of the videos that we're putting out, please comment below. I need to know how it's helping you, what I can improve in or improve on. Me and my producer are working really, really hard to maximize every ounce of these videos so that you get the best possible value and some entertainment in them, okay? So anything that you guys could recommend, comment below. Subscribe for later videos. That would be fantastic. And like these so more people can see them. And then also, if you have any questions about how to get a hold of me, how to get a hold of me or my producer or find us on social media, check the description box below. And there's going to be links for all of our locations and where to find us, out here in the world. Okay? And we'll help you as best as we can, all right? Thanks for watching, guys. And if you don't want to miss another one of my upcoming fitness videos, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. Lift with passion.